Good morning, warriors. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, working through our catechism questions, we've talked about why we don't murder, and it's more than just injuring people, but it's also about being just, and not to sin when I'm angry. Now we're in the seventh commandment, and the seventh commandment is, you shall not commit adultery. So I'll ask, what is the seventh commandment? And you'll say, the seventh commandment is, you shall not commit adultery. Let's try that. What is the seventh commandment? The seventh. You shall not. And then there's also a second question about what does the seventh commandment teach you? And it teaches us to be pure in heart, language, and conduct, and to be faithful in marriage. So let's take it in parts. To be pure in heart, language and conduct, and to be faithful in marriage. Let's put it all together. To be pure in heart, language, and conduct, and to be faithful in marriage. Your turn. To be pure in heart, language, and conduct, and to be faithful in marriage. So there's three things that it's teaching us: to be pure in heart, language, and conduct. What does it mean to be pure in heart? What does it mean to be pure in heart? What does it mean to be pure in heart? Looking to the older or upper grammar. To be pure in heart. No one's going to venture a guess. Joshua, what do you think it means to be pure in heart? What's that? Loving, sure, yeah. To be pure in heart, does that mean that you're going to be full of sin or not? Not, yeah. So pure in heart means that our desires, our motives, what makes us do what we want to do, that part of ourselves, the desire, which we typically call the heart, our desires are pure. Our motives are pure. They are honoring to the Lord. And then we know what the word, so our language, also our words, the words that we use, and then conduct. What does the word conduct mean? Please, upper grammar, please know what the word conduct means. Conduct, what does conduct mean? Yes. What's that? Can mean discipline. 6th grade, help us out. Conduct, what does the word conduct mean? It's Monday, we got foggy brains. Oh, okay, theater. Yeah, what we do, right? Our actions, right? So thought, word, and deed is really a simple way to think of it. So we are to be pure in heart. So my motives, my desires, pure in what I say, right? And then also pure in what I do. Those things need to be honoring to the Lord. So the commandment's more than just about being faithful in marriage. It's about our thought, words, and deeds also being faithful to the Lord. This week, we're working on our sound off of etiquette. Etiquette is good manners, social graces. And so I'll say etiquette is, and boys, you say first, being a gentleman, and we bow. And then girls will say, and being a lady, and you curtsy. When we curtsy, Miss Stomagel will be our demo for curtsy. Yep. We curtsy. 1 foot behind the other, and like you have a little dress, so nice and dainty. Okay, So I'll say etiquette is, boys will sound off first, and we say being a gentleman, and we bow. And then girls will follow, and being a lady, and they curtsy. All right, let's try it. Etiquette is, boys, being a gentleman, and ladies, and being a lady. All right, we'll try it again. Etiquette is being a gentleman, and yes, so that we've been working hard on that in Solar. We had our formal. That was our formal dance and dinner. We worked really hard on that, so we call those things social graces. This week we're talking about Easter. It's our last week before break. Good Friday is coming, and then Easter break is coming. Today I just want to talk really briefly about it. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday and Thursday. There are two parts when we talk about the Easter story. And the book of Philippians in chapter 2 does a really good job of explaining the two parts. The first part is what we call the humiliation of Christ, and the second part is what we call the exaltation of Christ. The humiliation of Christ means Christ had to come to us. He had to humble himself. And the second part is then Christ did the work that his Father called him to. He was obedient to God, and because of that, he was exalted. And that's why we celebrated Empty Tomb. So tomorrow we'll talk more about the humiliation of Christ, and then Thursday we'll talk about the exaltation of Christ as we prepare our hearts and minds for Easter. Well, speaking of our language, our words, we use our mouths to sing God's praise. Let's do that today. One way we love our neighbors is through etiquette, good manners, holding the door for each other, saying thank you, please, yes sir, no ma'am, all of those things. And so this sound off is a reminder of what etiquette is, and boys being a gentleman and girls being a lady. Let's try it. Etiquette is being a gentleman. Very good, yeah. So let's be gentlemen and ladies to one another today. The Lord be with you.